known, I'm 1 minute late. As per usual, I may as well set it to the event to 1 minute past now. But you may notice I'm not in the usual place. And also, let me angle it down here before anyone sees. Right, I'm going to explain everything. Don't worry, I'll explain everything. Where we are. It actually looks so cool and really, really made up. If the one person watching here is Susie, I need to let Susie know that I'm going to need a charger, which I brought into the house. So Susie might be able to give me that at some point. Oh, look at my hair. It's all poofy on one side. Well, we're beyond it now. Anyway, let's see who we've got. So we've got Kim, we've got Crafted ABC, Julie, hi Hugh, hi Tracy, Susie says, hi, I'll bring your charger now. Mama X, hello Josh from Chicagoland. Wow, Chicago. I'm going to click on that. Does that mean it? Oh, sorry. That was a powerful click. What does everyone think of this? Ignore that because the ceiling needs painting. But just right, we haven't got too much time for me to do a big intro because I always get lost in it. I always end up going overboard and just talking about random stuff. I'm gonna put this on. Ooh. That was a little bit, maybe a little bit too bright.
Sorry,
did you nearly fall over?
I tried to run through the mud.
Right. One sec. That's too bright, isn't it? I'm gonna put it over here. Face it this way. That's all right, isn't it? I'm going to show you where we are though now, because this is the story of this place, right? We built it ourselves. So I'm just putting the charger in. So this is Beyond Stampin' HQ now, but it's also my favourite place in the whole wide world. Let me show you. So this is it. I'm going to angle you this way. Let's have a look. This is where we package everything. So all in here, there's just I mean, you can see the things here. Loads and loads of stamp sets in there. Oh, I'll unplug you for a sec. Yeah. And then here's my little comfy chair where I sit. And then this is my desk where you all are. And then that's a TV that sometimes I'll put on. A little, what I like to do is put on a little cozy fireplace, like visual thing on YouTube. And then I can imagine that it's autumn, but look how cozy it is. It's so cool. So this is my one. Susie's one is next door. It's a converted pigeon coop. When we moved into our house, there were two old dilapidated pigeon coops. I need to do something with this light, like I'm in heaven or something. There were two old dilapidated pigeon coops, and they were what's the word, like falling apart and stuff, but we did them up, and this is what they are now. So basically it's like I live in a grotto. That's what I'd describe it as, a grotto. So let me have a look who we got here. Smashed my iPad. Oh no, Mother Goose has smashed her iPad, but yet it. Oh, back from the fixing man. Always good, those fixing mans. Hi Tracy as well. Love the blue. Yeah, Susie is going to post a picture. Let me just sort out. I'm going to put this light on as well to maybe balance it out. Sorry, I will get to the thing because we have to get it done relatively soon. There we go. So now I've got two lights, one on each side, God, this is working out. Amazing. Anyway, you can tell I'm excited because we're in a new little den. This is where, and do you know what, Susie, talking directly to Susie now, sorry, I know there's loads of people watching, but this has just worked out. We need to paint the ceiling, which we're going to do. Started doing it in Susie's. How lovely a background is this? It looks like the fake backgrounds that people do on TV and stuff, and they put like props in the background just to make it kind of look like that's your cozy little crafting nest. But this is genuinely my little crafting paradise. So now, what are we doing today? So we're doing a massive, big, huge illustration using anything I can. So we're not gonna keep you any longer. Maybe we'll start at 10 past. Let's have a look. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It looks like a green screen backdrop. You'll see like the background will go away, and you'll see that I'm actually just like stood in some kind of dingy old room, which would be our house. We've got Paula Morgan Brown's here. Hi, Paula. I'm on Hobby Maker again. The day after tomorrow. I made a mistake when I said that I was on Hobby Maker last week. That wasn't right. I did put a message in that group, but not everyone will have seen it. But that was just my brain. My brain's not working. But yeah, we're on Hobby Maker on Friday. It's Wednesday today, right? Yeah, so Wednesday today. Tomorrow, I'm not sure what's happening, but on Friday we're on Hobby Maker. So the reason I said that is Paula Morgan Brown. I'll be. I haven't got it on the show, but I'll probably still use your the frame that you've done. And Kathy Forrester, I've just got one more show to use yours on, and then I'm sending it to you. So thank you for being so patient with that. Right, let's get started. In my little grotto, I'm going to angle down. Let's see how we get on with this now. Now, I might have to do it like this. Let me change the lighting a bit. We can see that, can't we? I'm gonna get. Let me turn the. Ooh, that's a point. I can't use Facebook for the monitor, so I'll have to keep looking on here. But we're gonna do it as we go, and I'm gonna show you. So, as per usual, I have not in any way planned this, which is how we like to work. I'm just doing it from start to finish, and it is going to be so much fun. So let me see, can we get this entire thing in? I can tilt that, and tilt that until I get it perfect. That looks about right. Right, I'm going to start going, and I'll keep showing you intermittently as well. And I'm going to keep having a look at the... So Amanda says, can I do the Christmas tree? I might try and put that in there. So Mother Goose, last week's pre-sales, there are a few left. So that's for everyone. There's a few pre-orders that are left. So get them while you can. They'll probably go by the end of tonight. Right. When I was visualising this, can I? Sorry. Just thinking now, because I haven't got a monitor, so I'll have to keep checking on here. Let me see where that is. Oh, this works fine. Okay. When I was visualising this, this was the main stamp set that I was thinking of. I was like, right, it's going to have people running around, playing. I'm going to use a lot of Express Yourself. I'm going to colour in bits as I go, so that if we do run out of time, then at least we'll have loads of coloured elements. So my first thing I'm going to do is build myself a scene. So I'm starting to tell a story of what's going on. I'm going to keep looking through my stamp sets, and I'm going to tidy up as I go as well, because otherwise I will, what's the word? Otherwise I will lose everything. And I'm not messing up my little grotto. Could I have someone sat on the bear? Maybe this little boy is running on top of the bear. See, this is what I'm doing it as I go. Hello.
Do you need any help with a monitor? To set up the laptop.
Well, it's because of the internet, isn't it? I can't do a hotspot.
Off your phone?
Yeah. I probably could have if I had
Not
done it
gone
before.
the long way round on the way home.
Yeah, that's a story. So, listen to this. As we left my parents' house to pick Maisie up, with me and Susie, we were just thinking, do you know what? Before the sort of chaos of home and getting things ready, because I had a bit of time to spare before we got, I was doing the live. I said to Susie, do you know what? I'm going to take the long way home, when I was driving, because Maisie was in the car seat. Lowry was settled in her car seat. And I just thought, that would be really nice. A bit of family time where, like, no one's on their phones. We're just able to speak to each other. And then, just as we did, we kind of ran into traffic straight away. We were literally, my parents live a 1-minute drive from me. So we could have been home really, really quickly. But then I decided to do this only because I love my family, and I was like, I wanted to spend time with them. And then the traffic got worse. Lowry started crying. Maisie was shouting at us because she said she wanted peaceful time. I don't know where she's heard that from, because we don't get peaceful time. And then it was a nightmare, so we didn't have any time. I had to run in and then just turn on the camera. But so that's
why your comments aren't prepared.
That's why the comments aren't prepared, and that's why I didn't know. But what I was going to say was, if I had turned on what's it called? Hotspot before I started the live, then it might have worked. But
do you want me to get my phone so you can hotspot off?
No, because you are better equipped for answering questions than I am.
I'm ruining it now.
No, you're not.
Bye.
Bye. Susie said she's ruining it by being here, but I think she makes it better. Let me just have it. I'm craning my neck. Oh, Amanda, you can comment now. How did you sort that? What am I doing with this? Oh, right, so I think there's going to be a person as well who's gardening, and they're going to be annoyed that this little person's ruining their gardening. Do you know what? I mean, Amanda, I know that you requested the Christmas tree. I don't know if it's going to fit into this scene, because the way I'm imagining it today is that it's autumnal. Just because I absolutely love the autumn, love Christmas as well, but I think for today I want something that's really autumnal, and it's basically like a big family of people and characters are just trying to get on with what they're doing, and there's leaves falling off the trees and all kinds like that. So I might include the Christmas tree, but I won't be putting the baubles on there and stuff like that. But I'll do that next time. Oh, on that note as well, there won't be a live on Wednesday next week because I am away at a wedding. I think it's at a wedding. So yeah. But at least we're making this one a big extravaganza. That's what I'm calling it. So how has I can see the comments, by the way, if I crane round and have a check. So I'm going to be checking them intermittently. How's everyone's week been? That's what I want to know. Oh, there we go. She is scratching the hedgehog's bum, but that's all right, isn't it? So Rachel says, I cut the wire of my hedge trimmer. Send help. We've just got a new, I'm not to gloat or anything, Rachel, but we've just got a new hedge trimmer. Just pre-ordered the cat, but tempted by many others, unsure where to start. Katie Wells. Well, I always say if we're starting, then we start with the sets 1, 2, and 3. But we'll have a go at doing them in this now, so you'll know how they work. A plan?
I've got a plan. I just don't like being left out. I want to be on the live too.
Yeah, Susie's absolutely desperate to get on this live. Just go away. Trying to think. So I'm using the Express Yourself set. And I'm trying to think of which. I'm going to do that. There's a laughing face, I feel like, that I sometimes use when they're reading a book. But I'm going to add that to her because she's actually happy that the bear and her son is running on top of a bear. Oh, can you hear those really cute little sneezes?
It wasn't me.
It wasn't Susie, it was Lowry. Hey. And Lowry's desperate to get in. Right, just put the hair on this lady. Okay, now I get to fill in some other bits, so let's give her a neck. Let's use our T rule. So that is between the nose and the ear, that's where you draw the neck in. And she's going to be wearing a jumper. Because it's an autumnal one. And then I'm going to check the comments.
I'm going to leave my phone here.
Okay.
I can take the laptop into the house so I can do comments there, and then you can use the hotspot.
Oh, oh my word, I'm going to have a massive big... I can see the comments on our big TV.
Very clever.
This is exciting.
I'm not quite there yet.
No. Right, let me have a look at the comments on here anyway.
Then you don't have to keep putting your neck round.
Okay, so, oh, right,
Yeah.
so, oh, sorry. Oh, right, okay. So, Daisy, just watch for now and then rewatch with your stamps, allows chance to pause. Okay, so, where's that, Daisy? I see, right, Daisy asked if it's a stamp along. I wouldn't call this one a stamp along just because I'm using so many sets and not everyone's got every single set. There are a special few who've told us that they bought every single one of the sets. Oh, yeah, that's all right. You can see it properly.
You do it on there and I'll see if I can get them on.
Right, so, let me have a look. But, yeah, so Rachel, that's... oh, no. Oh, wait, I thought I'd gone off of the thing on my phone. So, perfect idea, Rachel, thank you. So, yeah, that's a really, really good idea. Watch it back with your stamps and then you can pause it. If you wanted to try this, this is going to be specifically just going absolutely mad with all the sets.
Don't think I can get the comments on here at the moment. But
I think there is a way. Oh, Daisy, let me know which sets you've got because then I can include them in here for you.
You can just borrow my phone for now to see them and we'll work on that next time so for everyone.
Okay, right. So Susie's not in the chat, so I'll try and...
the laptop, I'll be...
Oh, okay. Right, okay, that works. Perfect, thank you.
Bye!
Bye!
For everyone else, not you.
And then, so who's going to be running? Now, in this set, there's children who've got their mouths kind of open and smiling. That's custom portrait number 6, which is the second of the child sets. So some of them are like really happy with their. Well, let me just turn myself. I can hear myself there. With the mouths open in the set. So, and you know what? I will use this big illustration that we do now on Hobby Maker on Friday, just to say, right, here's a showstopper piece we've done. This little kid's going to be wearing shorts like this, and a t-shirt. Actually, what's up? Oh, thank you, God, Susie. Do you know what? My catchphrase on these shows is going to be like, everyone should have a Susie, because she's just brought me water for painting, which I had forgotten. She's good, isn't she? So let me have a look. So I can't get my stamps clean. So that's from Valerie Martin. People. What's happening in this group now is other people are able to answer, which is amazing. They're all really well informed as well. So all the comments in here, especially by those kind of OGs like Amanda and Rachel, they are seasoned beyond stampers, and that they'll be able to tell you. But yeah, I don't clean my stamps. If you do want them cleaned, you can just use an alcohol wipe normally. But as I say, I don't clean them, because what happens is, when you don't clean the stamps, you get a layer of sediment, which doesn't sound great, I'm not going to lie. But what that does is it then allows you a perfect registration. So you get these really clear lines with different thickness, and it just looks amazing. So that's why I don't clean my stamps. And the person who told me that was Pete Hughes, who is, I've heard him described as, what was it? Like, let me get this right. He's a rock star. There's a famous rock star, and they called him the Mick Jagger of the craft world. So, I am at the very beginning. I'm still learning where to stamp the heads on the shoulders. Right, I'll go over that the next time I do a head for you. But welcome, Daisy. Is this your first live? We always love to welcome in the people who are coming for the first time. Let me get. I want my custom woodland for the background. I think. Where are you? Seen custom woodland. It is in here somewhere, but I've not got it. Oh, maybe I saw it on the shelf. Right, so I'm not going to use custom woodland because I haven't got it on me. So it is. Oh, actually, there's custom woodland. Right, so I'm going to improvise. No, I'm not, because I found custom woodland in the end, didn't I? Sorry, guys. I'm trying to put things away as I go, because I am terribly disorganized. So if I go a little bit quiet, it's because I'm looking through and I'm trying to find the right place, so that I'm making sure everything is in the right place. Yeah, there, I found it. Custom portrait number 6. Okay. Custom woodland. So I'm just going to include 1 or 2 foreground elements from custom woodland, meaning the things that are a bit closer up to us. We've got different rocks, like this. I love a rock, and I often include them in my sets because they are the perfect little embellishment to fill space. And you can put them all around, so I'm going to put one here as well. And I won't go mad with them. And then I'm going to include my stump, which is one of my favourite elements. I think you'll probably notice that I've used the stump quite a few times while I've been stamping. It's coming together. It already looks like a really nice little composition. Let's get the mushrooms in there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paint these elements so we can talk about that. And then we'll carry on. Okie dokie. Right. Now let's paint. Good thing Susie brought me my paints. Okay, and I'm just going to have a quick look at the comments before we do. Oh, we're already nearly halfway through. So Jean has said, Josh, do you think you will produce a pad of the background? So many of each design. My printer is broken. Also, with printed pad, the ink would not run. Right. We have been in touch with the printers today about that very thing. So it won't just be the ones that are on there. We'll have... Well, I'm not sure which ones are on the free downloadable thing on the website. But yes, we'll be bringing out the pad, but we're not going to be getting rid of the free downloads. So it's just going to be one, you know, if you'd prefer it in pad form on slightly better paper, then that's going to be available for you. Right then, I'm going to start painting. For anyone new, I just did see, who was that who was from Nashville? Let me have a look. I saw the word Nashville and I got excited because I fanboy about the US. Or is it someone called Nashville? I just seen that Rachel said, hello, Nashville. Oh, so that's Artistic Expressions. Hello, Artistic Expressions. I remember that you were commenting when I was on Crafters TV, which is great. Again, a little update. We are in talks with Hobbycraft TV, and potentially I will be on the 8th of September. We're not 100% yet, so we just need to go over a few things, Susie and I, and we'll keep you updated though. But yeah, that's exciting. Getting all these browns mixed in. Like this. And you can see as well that I leave the faces a bit blank. I like to put a bit of pink at the end, even on animals that's not the case in real life. But it's not real life, it's story, but we can make it better. Better than real life. We can lose ourselves in the world of craft. Right then. So, starting to come along with these painting. Now what I do when I paint is I do a flat wash, which is what I've just done here, and then I'll come back in with some darker tones. I'm never fussy. Like this. And it all starts to come together. So that was a flat wash there. Now I can come down here with some shadow. Right, so that's mainly all my browns. Let's do some skin tones. My little boy here. Sounded weird saying that, my little boy, because I've got two little girls. Okay, and then this one, just doing my flat wash on the skin tones. Again, never being fussy. I never try and stay inside the lines. I want this lady to be wearing a yellow jumper because although it can be summery yellow, I'm going to add a little tiny bit of blue to tone it down, maybe a bit of brown, a bit of an autumnal yellow, dark mustardy yellow, like this. This is where I'll start to bring in my autumnal colours. I always think I've got way more time than I actually have on these lives. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, oh god, we're already like halfway through. I don't want to be because I just get lost in it. I love it. Okay. Stripy t-shirt for the boy. Because I'm imagining this is the part of you know, summer where it's like it's not summer. It's winding down into the autumn now. People are still clinging on to the summer. Like when you're a little kid and you don't really notice it change from summer to autumn because you're just always playing out, but you start like the street lights start coming on a bit earlier. Apparently, saw on Facebook today, so this is definitely not going to be a solid fact because I only got it off Facebook, but today is the last day where the sun will set before, well, no, the sun will set after 8 p.m. And then, so for the rest of the year, it'll set before, but that might be absolute rubbish because I learnt it on Facebook, and what we know about Facebook is it is not to be trusted. Actually, do you know what? That's a really nice point. Well, nice point. It's a interesting point to talk about. I want to know, while I'm doing this colouring, what does everyone think about AI? Because what I'm thinking, so AI as in, with these stamps, I was thinking, well, with AI, you could just go, type into ChatGPT or whichever one you're using and just say, do an illustration of me and my family in this style, like a little autumn illustration. And I was like, I wasn't worrying, but I was just thinking people could just do that. But then I thought, well, that's not what it's about. Like the stamps and crafting in general is more about the activity than it is about the end result. So doing that would just take away the magic from it. I don't know, what does everyone else think? Okay, we can probably, let me get the red in on those little mushrooms. I'm so looking forward to that magic set. So if you haven't seen the pre-order yet, there's a set with magical storybook animals, like your griffin, your fairies, dragons, unicorn, and then what was I saying then? Oh yeah, and there's little mushroom people, which I'm really excited about. I'm moving that closer. Will that come closer in or what? Wait for the lag to catch up. Might see if I can get it a bit more level so I'm not making people seasick. See how that goes. I think we can still see that. Right, okay, I'm gonna carry on so we get the hair painted, and then I can carry on. Let's do blondish hair here. Might add a red tone to the lady's hair because the top is already the same, similar colour than blonde, but I might not. We'll see how that goes. Okay. Oh, I've not painted that little boy's neck in with the same skin tone. That bothers me. Okay. Now I can add, what do I want to add now? I'm just looking through my sets of different things that I can add. There's umbrellas, there's a beach set, there's water, there's bigger rocks, There are people walking that I can add. There's other animals from the storybook animals. There's elves, Christmas elves. I don't want... Right, I'm going to go in with the... with my... have I got New Horizons in here? Let me have a look. I don't think I've got New Horizons with me. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Positivity number 2. And what I'm going to do is... one of these dogs. Which dog am I going to have stood there? I'm going to have this little dog. Because I love him. And I'm going to mask off that... do I? Yeah, I'm going to mask off that area there. And then I'm going to add the little dog behind. Like this. And then I'll mask off the rest of me hedgehog. Let's have a look. And then I'll have a quick look at the comments. Let's get this dog in the picture. Then we can bring him or her to life. That's cool. Put my doggy back. Put that set away. And then I might also... Oh, I've got to do this. Shall I do that? No. Should I? Yeah, why not? I'm going to have the cat quite blatantly walking over the bear and my little boy. My little boy. God, that sounds weird. Okay, where have I just put that set now? Oh, here it is. So the cat is from Positivity number 1. And then the rest of it, the dog is from Positivity number 2. And then also in Positivity number 2, there's elements where you can sort of build your own dog, sort of in the way that you do with the custom portrait sets. So let's do that. But we saw the way that I built this lady up. It works in the same way. You stamp the body, you stamp the head, stamp the legs. It works like that. Right, now I can add in my other elements. So my outside elements. And what time are we on? We've got 20 minutes left. So let me have a look at the comments. The phone must be sure. So AI will never be better than craft. So Susan says AI will never be better than crafting by hand. As so much love goes into our makes. I love art, and when I was young, in the 70s. So that's what I think as well. I think the whole point of crafting is to use your own Indicria. I'm not sure. I've either heard that word or I don't know what that is, but I get the gist of that, Hugh, and that's exactly what I think as well. Let's have a look. So Vicky Small, think I need a lesson on how to paint. Don't worry, we've got you covered because we do a lot of painting on this channel. and you hopefully will learn anything you need to know. Amanda Retford, washi tape is fine. Oh, so I see. So what tape do you use to block areas off? I use any tape that is low tack. Any sort of low tack maker's tape will do. Okay, I'm going to add in, I'm just noticing now, let me move this up a little bit. Oh, turned a light on by mistake then, but it actually has worked really well. I'm going to add in some trees in the background. So there's one here. And then I'll do a bigger tree that's very similar coming out the main bit, the middle bit. So I always build up the foreground first, and then I start adding in my background after. And then shall we include a tree? Let's do a thinner tree today. And I'm going to include that behind my kitten. That's on this side. And then we've got bushes in this set as well. So far, the sets that we've used have been Express Yourself set number 1, Custom Portrait number 6, Positivity number 1, Positivity number 2, Storybook Animals, Custom Woodland. So we've used quite a few already, which is really good. But as you can see, everything works with everything. So that's the whole point here, is that everything works with everything else. Got some exciting sets in the works. I was working on them today. I'm going to repeat this pattern here. I don't often repeat, but we'll break it up with other stuff. Okay, now I'm going to add in some hand-drawn elements. Let me see what you can see. So I think we've got it framed okay. How do people colour in the stamps? That's a really good really good question. I use watercolour quite a lot, but I know that a lot of people use lots of different types of mediums. So I've seen people colour in with pencil crayon. A lot of people use alcohol markers. I've in the past used water-based alcohol markers, which were really fun to use. Take that off here. So I'm just doing kind of wiggly lines. These let me section off where the trees are. There we go. Now, how long do we have? We've got 15 minutes later. Jill Baxter. Ooh, do tell Josh. I'm afraid I'm keeping it secret for now. But let me just tell you, it's really exciting. So I'm going to leave you in suspense, Jill. Sorry. Right. And then just little wiggly bushes here. And I'm going to have fun colouring these bushes here, because I get to use all my reds and yellows and stuff, because it's going to be autumnal. And then the other thing, last thing I want to do, no, I'm not going to do anything else. And I'm also going to, so my dad told me, and I think he was right. He said, sometimes I will draw in, my dad's really great at watercolour, by the way, so this was not unsolicited advice. He said to me, sometimes that I will colour my characters just as intensely as I do the background, which can create, you know, a bit of a sense of everything's one level. So what I'm going to try and do today is subdue the background a bit. See how it goes. Let me paint my dog in. just little splodges there. If ever anyone's painting white fur, the way I do it is I just paint the shadow. I don't paint, obviously you don't paint anything white. Just anything, the colour that the shadow would likely be, just paint everything, you know, paint your shadow in, and then the fur sort of takes care of itself. I'm going to do a little bit of shadow, but I'm going to make it blue on my kitten because, again, it's the white fur. I want to give the impression that there's sort of clean white fur there. So add a bit of blue. I love this cat because it looks so like stubborn and proud at the same time. Right, so we've only got about 10 minutes left for me to get this finished, but to be fair to me, I am doing pretty well considering I always run out of time. Whereas today, I've managed loads of sets and I think we're going to finish on time. So let's get the thing that I always forget to paint painted first, which are the tree trunks. And I should even have a little bit of time to read through some comments as well. The children have all been fed. They've been at my parents'. So they've all had dinner. Maisie was amazing with her dinner, which she normally, I'm not going to lie, isn't. So hats off to my mum. Let's get some more furry shadow on my bear. Sometimes when I'm doing this, I'll listen to something I've just said and I'll think, I never thought I'd be saying that in work. And let me get some furry shadow on my bear is one of those times. And I'm your hedgehog. Why do they all sound like euphemisms? Stop being rude, everyone. Okay, right, so a bit more shadow on this guy. Not even touching that one. You lot. Don't say that's what she said. Okay. Move that there so hopefully you can see it a bit better. Try and get that in. Just straightening it up for you so we can see the whole thing. Okay, that's all we need to see really. Move it up a tiny bit, a little bit more in there. Okay, let me have a quick look through the comments, and then with 10 minutes to go, we will paint. So we're looking at the masking tape. So what are water-based alcohol markers? I'm sorry, did I say alcohol? I thought I said water-based markers. They're just markers, but that you can add water to create more of a watercolor appeal to them. Jean says, I had yet another tidy up the other day. All my stamps and dies are now in A5 folders. Beyond stamping has been allocated 2 files for future purchases. I like that message. Rachel said Susie's fallen asleep. Susie hasn't. Oh wait, she's got the laptop. I don't know whether she's got the comments on. It keeps telling me to say hi. Say hi in the live chat. That might be because I'm clicking the button by mistake. Have a look, see if everyone responded to the AI thing. Oh yeah, so Tracy, that's a really good point. For any US based, remember that. So I've got on my webpage, which is www.joshgriffithstudio.com. If you scroll down on the home screen, you'll see a button that says free downloadable pad or something like that. If you click on it, there are free downloadable paper pad pages that are all hand drawn and coloured by me. And they're printable, so you can just print it off. They're high-res PDFs, so you'll be able to print them off and then use them in your makes. What was I going to say? And they're just there to kind of, I don't know, it was just a little gift from me because I absolutely love all of my customers. Right, I'm going to carry on painting and I'm going to read comments as I go. I'm going to start off with green. It is autumn, but I'm going to look at what I'm doing now. So, excuse me, I'm going to add in, this is just my preferred way of doing it. Messy bits, blobs of paint, different directions to create liveliness. I'm going to water them down a little bit because, as I mentioned earlier, I'm going to try and subdue it slightly. And then just keep going until you've covered, you know, the areas that you want to paint. Now, with this being autumnal, what I'm going to do is come back in with some more oranges and yellows. Starting with the yellows, I'm going to use a warmer yellow, so more like closer to like the colour of a banana than the colour of a lemon, I guess. So any yellow, like a warm yellow, is sort of closer to orange. Well, this is quite a lemony yellow, maybe because I faded it. Mix it in with some of the pre-existing green bits. If anyone wants to know about the brush that I'm using, it is just a round brush that is quite thick. I don't know what the make is. Oh, actually I do. This is a Daler Rowney, and this is a size 12 round brush. Okay, so I'm trying to let the background stand out on its own, but also blend in. Let's add some rusty orange colour. We're mixing a bit of red with a bit of yellow, adding a bit of blue to tone it down. A very slight bit of blue, and then tone it down with a bit of water as well. I can start going over the outlines of things to try and separate the things that are going to be in the foreground. And the last thing I want to do is follow a pattern, because nature, I mean, in a lot of ways it does, yeah, but it's quite chaotic, so it doesn't follow a pattern. It's quite a nice blend of colours there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some water, and any bits of white that are coming through here, I'm just going to go over them with the water, and the water is going to pick up the bits of the paint and fill the gaps with like a kind of a lighter mix of all the paints that are there, because I'm all about cohesion, colour cohesion. What I mean by that is if we derive all of the colours from the same mix of colours rather than trying to mix, you know, new colours every time, everything's cohesive. You can kind of feel it in the painting. Right, I can see some bits that are sticking out more than others. I like that. I like that background, and you can see how the front elements are all standing out a bit more now because the back is a bit more subdued. So I'm going to carry on doing this. 5 minutes to go. I'm going to paint in my trees. Not being a perfectionist, I don't care if I leave little bits of white. I don't care if I go out the lines. I'm not going to add any shadow to the background. Foreground I might though. Let's brush here. This lady's holding flowers because she's gardening. Well, she would have been gardening if I had kept in the her little trowel, which this element comes with. But instead now she's just holding flowers, which I think is nice. So intense colours now because it's closer up to us. Now I'm going to come in with the green for the grass. Same thing, except I can come in with a little bit more intensity now, because we're headed towards the foreground. We want to fade things out as they move towards the background. And also, I don't like, as I mentioned earlier, with the colour cohesion, I don't like it when something's too vibrant. Don't like vibrant colours in my paintings, because I like them to look, to be a bit of realism in the colour. I'm going to do a sort of flat wash, like this. Like that. And then once that's dry, which it will be in a sec, I can then get the shadow in, which will be the pièce de résistance. Bet you didn't know I can speak French. It's the piece of resistance. Bit of shadow on these bits here. Am I missing any shadow anywhere? Don't think so. So I'm going to add the shadow in. So look how the shadow will finish off this painting now. Now this is, I'm moving that up so hopefully you can see the whole thing. Let me see if that's worked. Okay. No, I've gone too far the other way, have I? Right. I'm back where I started. Sorry. Well, we've only got a little tiny bit of time left and I'm faffing about with this. Let me see. There we go. That'll do. Right, now, look how the shadow finishes this piece off. I already quite like it, but I'm going to add in shadow on the ground now. So I'm coming in with a darker green. I might make it more of a cool green rather than a warm green. And I'm going to be bold with it like this. So if something's sat on the ground, if something's on the ground, I'll be adding bits of shadow to it. I can add it in the background of the bushes here. I can add little tiny bits where the grass is. If you want to, you can do it like, I know some illustrators will do this, to add little elements of grass. You could have them bigger. Like that. But yeah, the shadow makes a big difference. It should be under anything that would be cast in a shadow. Okay. There's our illustration. Now, I'm not going to lie, I thought I would end up with this big, mad, crazy illustration today, but I think what happened is I realised that you need a bit more time to do that sort of thing. Let me angle you upwards while I say my goodbyes. And you can have a look again at my lovely little crafting thing. Oh. Hold on, I want it to look perfect. It's all about the looks of everything now. Right, so let me have a quick look at the comments. I've got a phone as well to look through them. It's actually quite handy having Susie's phone, but I won't ask for it next time because she needs it. So, can't wait for the pad of backgrounds. It's on my bucket list to get to Nashville. Oh yeah, I want to go to Nashville as well. It seems really cool there. I've been all over the US, but I've never been to Nashville. Love the idea of the background pad. So that's so exciting. Let's have a look. Oh, I think I need to scroll a bit further this way. Right. Did I miss a demo of the Rainy Day set? You didn't, because the Rainy Day set, I haven't even got a copy of it yet. But
I think I've done a reel. I've got a picture of something that I created with it, and also on the downloadable bit, Amanda, where you download the paper pads bit, I've got a download there of a composition I put together with the rainy day set. So if you wanted to practice colouring or something, it's there to just print out, but obviously it's not going to be waterproof, so you just have to be a bit more careful, or colour it with crayons. Let me have a look. So, do you print your background? When you print your background, do you paint over the characters? Over with the characters. The backgrounds are specially designed so that there's room if you want to add some element. So yeah, do that. As always, the best hour of the week. Thank you so much, Hugh, and thank you for being here. Great live. Thank you, Josh and Susie. So, what did we go over? I know that we're 2 minutes past. We made this. I'll be taking it on TV with me. It's a lovely little composition. Just animals and people playing together. I love that. We've got Stamporama coming up. I can't remember the date of it. We've got the NEC coming up quite soon as well. I can't remember the date of that either. Just look up on Google the dates of the NEC and stuff like that. But we're going to be there, which is really exciting. What else? There's just loads of stuff happening. The pre-orders are still on the website, but most of them went in that first evening after I announced it last week. So there's just a few dwindling left at that pre-order price. So if you want to go and get them at that price, just go and go online. I don't know how many are left. I think there might be sort of 10 of each maybe left, but as I say, I think they'll be gone by the end of the night. What else? Those other sets that I showed you last time, they are being done at the minute, along with a few others. We've got new things in the works, and our ephemera packs are due relatively soon. I think they're due maybe on the 12th of September. Don't know why that's ringing a bell. It might be earlier, it might be a bit later. But they're on their way. I'm really looking forward to them. Looking forward to doing lives with those. And I've probably forgotten some stuff. But I'll keep you updated. No live next week on Wednesday, but I'll see if I can change the date of it and try and get a live in. But if not, then I will just make it up to you the next week by doing something really good, hopefully. So, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!